I'd like to start by thanking you for using the Simply Color Lab video tutorials. My name is Emily Sullivan and I'll be walking you through placing an order using the Simply Color Lab ROES ordering system. We're going to get started by downloading ROES and placing an order, but the first thing that I need to do, as you can see, is open the Simply Color Lab website. So first thing I'm going to do is log in. However, if you are brand new to Simply Color Lab, you're going to come over to this Get Started tab and click on Registration, where you will be asked to fill out all of your information and you'll be able to obtain login information and a password there. So once you've done that, you're going to come up to this top right corner of your screen, click Login. I'm going to come right below that image, click here, where I will be logged into the system. So what we're going to do is first download the ROES ordering software onto our computer, and I'm going to do that by coming right over to this ROES icon on the left hand side of my screen and clicking on that. You'll be brought to a page with the ROES icon right in the center and a tab that says click here to download. Before I do that, I'd just like to point out these notes that are below the ROES icon. Number 2 is just asking you to remember that we asked that you keep your images at 200 dpi, and remind you that all files that come through Simply Color Lab are opened by our technicians and checked before they go to print. If there are any problems with your order, we will contact you prior to sending it to the printer. And also, if you have any questions about sizing, we do allow that you would email us at printing@simplycolorlab.com. So now I'm going to click Download, where I will be brought to the Softwork ROES page. It is both Mac and PC compatible, and you may open it with Java Direct Launch or by downloading it directly to your desktop. If your computer happens to need an update of Java, you can find instructions on this page on how to do so. I already have the software on my computer, so I'm not going to follow through with these steps, but all you would do is simply click OK and follow the instructions, and ROES would download onto your computer. So this is what it's going to look like once it is downloaded onto your desktop. It's a little green ink drop, and I'm going to just click on that and wait a few moments, and you're going to see that a box comes up that's asking for unrestricted access to my computer. This is nothing to be alarmed about. We're just simply going to click OK, and the catalog will start downloading itself. This does take just a few minutes to do. And as soon as it's completed, the first thing we're going to see is the Simply Color Lab tip of the day. Here you will be greeted with discount information, product promotions, and this one is just simply thanking you for being a customer and reminding you that you may contact us if you have any comments or concerns. So I'm going to click on OK, and that will remove that box from the screen. And the first thing that we ask you to do as you place an order with Simply Color Lab ROES is to come up to this My Information tab to enter all of your customer information. When you get down to the account number, we do ask that for the first time before you've received your account number that you just type in new user. After you've placed your first order, you will receive your account number in your confirmation email, and you can just simply come back into your ROES system the next time you place an order, type in your account number, and click OK. We do ask that you keep all of this information as up to date as possible. And when you're completed, click OK, and it will remove itself from your screen. So this is the Simply Color Lab ROES ordering system. It may seem complicated when first meets the eye, but I do assure you that it is really convenient and easy to use. This system is industry leading and user friendly. You can upload your images quickly, crop them, and add additional services as you prefer. Please keep in mind that ROES is specific company to company, and you must download our ROES software in order to have access to our products. The first thing I'd like to do is take you through how to make a simple order in ROES, and then I'll go back and show you how to make a more complicated order with more extensive options. There are 4 basic steps to ROES. Select a product in red, choose your image in orange, crop your image in green, and select options in 4. So we're going to get started by coming up to step number 1. The first thing we're going to do in step number 1 is come down to all of our product catalogs. There are several product catalogs listed here: photo and fine art prints, framed photo and fine art prints, as well as our samples, where you will find our corner framing samples as well as sample album, all of our canvases, presentation bags, canvas clusters, and photo banners. We do ask that as you place orders, you only place orders in one catalog at a time. So to be a little bit more specific about that, if you wanted to order a photo and fine art print, we ask that you go through all of the steps and place that order and then start a new order if, for example, you wanted to order a framed photo and fine art print. So what I'm going to do for this first order is click on the Photo and Fine Art Prints catalog, and you'll see that as I do so, all of the options in step number 1 will correspond to that catalog. So now we're going to move up to the top of step number 1, where you're going to see 2 toggle bars. The first one has 2 options in it in the Photo and Fine Art Print catalog. The first is the wide gamut luster, glossy, and linen papers. These are our traditional photo papers, and you'll see that by scrolling down the bottom, you'll see luster, glossy, and linen options there for you. If I scroll over on that top bar, what I'm going to be taken to is the wide gamut fine art print papers. And you'll see once again by scrolling on that bottom tab, you'll be taken through all of the papers that are available with Simply Color Lab. This is the paper that I'm going to order today. It's the Hahnemühle Fine Art Baryta. So I'm going to leave it right there. Right below that, you'll see that there are several sizes listed for you. These are some of the standard sizes available through Simply Color Lab. We do offer over 5,000 custom sizes and cannot list them all for you here, but if you do have a custom size available for you in every one of those selections for each of the papers is a custom size template. In the second order that I place today, for this tutorial I will be using this custom size template, so stick around for that and I'll show you how to use it. For the sake of this order, what I'm going to do is order a 16 by 20 Baryta. So once I've done that, you'll notice that a blue outline does appear over here in step number 3, which is the template just simply denoting the edge of that piece of paper. So that completes all of my work in step number 1, and I'm going to come now to step number 2, where I'm going to choose my images. I will show you in just a second how to choose your image, but I'd like to point out before I do that the image that I'm about to pull up is properly sized already to be printed out in a 16 by 20. When you're preparing your files for Simply Color Lab, you're simply going to size them to the physical size that you will be ordering. So this is sized at 16 by 20 and is also at 200 dpi. So now I'm going to come down to the Get Images section. And the folder that I have my image in is on my desktop, so I'm going to click on my desktop. I'm going to come down to this file called Images for ROES and press Choose. Those images that are in that folder are simply going to automatically upload now for you into the ROES system. So once they're there, you're simply going to click on that image and drag and drop it into step number 3. Very simple and easy to use. So now that my image is in step number 3, I'd like to show you what it can do. Coming to the center portion, you can see that there's a tab called Rotate Image. You can click on that and your image will rotate a full 360 degrees. Coming to the left just a bit, you'll see that there is a tab for Rotate Layout, and you can do that. You can choose from a vertical or horizontal orientation. Between those two tabs is a zoom bar, and you can simply zoom in and out, and then also drag and pull your image into the proper orientation that you'd like to have it printed in. I was happy with my image as it was right there in a full bleed, so I'm going to leave it. Also, if you move down just a touch, you're going to see that there's a quantity section here. If you'd like to have more than one of this image printed on this paper at the size that you've chosen, you would just change the quantity right there. So once I'm happy with my image, its orientation in that template, I'm going to move on from step number 3 into step number 4.